my name is Heather Taylor, and
This is your 2 minutes of tourism. We oftentimes hear that there's nothing to do in Queen Anne's County. We're here to prove them wrong. Hi, today I'm at the Churchill Theater and I'm with the fabulous Mr. Whitehill, who is the director of an upcoming play. We're here to talk about it and get some people interested and hopefully come out. Thanks for chatting with us today, Mike.
Yeah, hi, and I'm glad you guys are here. The play that we're producing that opens November 4th is a play called Almost Maine, written by John Cariani. John Cariani grew up in Presque Isle, Maine, and this play is called Almost Maine, which is a mythical town somewhere near Presque Isle, between Presque Isle, Ashland, and Portage Lake. It is pretty much like Presque Isle means almost an island. Almost Maine is a place of becoming. And the play opens on a Friday night at 9 p.m. in the winter. In this small town of Almost Maine. There are 9 scenes, 8 formal scenes, and then the 9th scene is a series, a prologue, an interlogue, and an epilogue. So what actually happens here is all of these scenes occur simultaneously throughout different parts of the town. Which is why our set doesn't have any particular place.
That's what I was just getting ready to ask. I know this is a unique setup, kind of different from what you think of traditionally when you're going to see a show. You guys really don't have too much of a set, correct?
Correct. And we don't really want one. If you're sitting on a bench, as we are, outside, freezing your butt off with your girlfriend, and the stars are twinkling over your head, and the aurora borealis is, the northern lights are coming up behind you, what do you need a set for? You know, so our thought here was to do
showcase the actors.
Absolutely. So the revolve that we're currently sitting on is the centerpiece for every single scene, and that allowed us to use backlighting and modeling so that it creates a 3-dimensional look, but it also focuses your attention on the action of the scene playing out in front of you without any distractions. Now we use the aurora borealis, which is a special effect created for this show, shooting stars, a couple of and some wonderful sound effects that are panoramic around the theater to differentiate the scenes. But they're really like sorbet between main courses in your meal.
Good analogy.
It's meant to be a palate cleanser to allow the audience to settle back, absorb what they've just seen, and prepare themselves for the upcoming scene.
Now, we talked earlier, you were mentioning there's quite a large cast. I believe you said there's 17 cast members, and that's something different than what is traditionally done with this particular play, correct?
Yes. This play, it was written there are technically 19 characters in the play, and it is traditionally played with 4 actors. And what we did here was had to hold the open auditions because we're a community theater. I really wanted to get a stronger sense of the place of Almost Maine. And to do that, rather than to have 4 actors playing these multiple roles, if we had 19 actors, we would be able to have the show evolve more of a town or a sense of community, because you'd never really see the same people twice, which is true for a regular small town anywhere USA. We had 17 actors that auditioned, and all 17 I was able to integrate in a role in the play.
That's excellent. That's what, 100%?
That's 100% casting. It also made it easy. I didn't have to give anybody any disappointing. The heave-hoes. No callbacks, and so it worked out really well. And surprisingly, we ended up with a gender mix that was satisfactory, because there was in most of the scenes, a majority of the scenes, practically all the scenes, it's a man and a woman. Mm-hmm. These are little tiny vignettes of slices of life that really depict the traps and foibles of people in relationships, wanting to be in relationships, wanting to get out of relationships. So a little bit of everything, and so what happens in this one little instant in time in Almost Maine, the audience will get to see what we all know. We learn about love through our failures. and you'll be able to see, everyone will be able to relate to a piece in this that will ping home very specifically.
Sort of an underlying romantic theme.
Absolutely.
Maybe not even underlying.
Yeah. Some have said this play is treacly, sugary, too sweet if it's played wrong. Others can find it's like an ew or an aw. And we are shooting for the latter. It's
Absolutely.
not. We don't want a play that's sort of maudlin and
Trite.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking for something that hones in on that one instant of time when you said something or you did something that changed the outcome of a relationship.
Which
and
I think
one of these
everybody, we can all relate to that.
Absolutely. And you can sit back and say, damn, I knew when I said that I blew it. Or I wish I had had the opportunity to say this that changes the direction of their lives in that instant in time. And because we're all wrapped up in our own bubbles, we very rarely get a chance to appreciate what goes on in somebody else's bubble. And so with these 9 scenes playing out, the audience will have an opportunity to see those and define for themselves that exact instant in time when the relationship changed, when their feelings changed, when their choices made were right or wrong. You'll be able to just sense that exact moment in each one of these, and that's the joy of doing this.
And it's something that we can all relate to.
Oh, absolutely.
We've all been in those moments in time, in relationships,
Absolutely.
what have you. Now, to switch gears for a minute, let's talk about the specifics of the show. It's playing for a couple weeks,
Yeah,
correct?
It starts on November 4th, and it runs through the 20th, through Sunday the 20th. There'll be Friday and
Friday,
Saturday
Saturday,
night shows starting at 8 o'clock,
Sunday
and
matinee.
Sunday matinee at 2. The matinees for a show like this will be very popular because it is, once the word gets out that this is a play about love, we'll get a lot of those matinee crowds in, and we love that. Yeah, and those, we call the theater office for reservations, and you can also reserve online.
Online, which is churchilltheater.org, I believe.
churchilltheater.org, and the telephone number is 758-1331.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the theater. Whenever we have these conversations, we always stress this is a community theater.
Mm-hmm.
And for those people who are watching who are thinking, oh, I'd love to do something, I'd love to get involved somehow, that's something I always like to bring home with you because you're a member of the community and you just got involved like any other Joe Blow. You said, hey,
Sure.
I want to do it. So let's talk about how people can help and what they can do. I mean, there's something for everyone, right?
Okay. I got into this over a decade ago because I had a friend who was in a play here that was way behind schedule, and they needed somebody that could drive a screw gun. So they called me up and said, hey, can you help us build this set? And I was on the set for, helping to construct this set. It was a little shop of horrors, I think. And they asked me if everybody had left, and there was this one girl who was auditioning. And the director asked if I would sing, be willing to sing with this girl in the duet so he could appreciate what she was doing. And I was, the part that he had asked me to sing was the voice of the plant. Ironically. So I said, certainly, I knew the play, and so I sang that for the musical director, and then I went about finished the set, and about 3 days later they called me and asked me if I would be the voice of the plant. So,
and the rest they say is history, right?
The rest, as they say, is history. So if you, and some people will hand you a brochure and you go to see a show and you say, hey, I could do that. What's so tough about that? I've always wanted to do that. I don't want to go to my grave knowing I blew the opportunity to get up there and give it a try.
And speaking from experience, being on stage, being in front of a live audience, there is no better rush and excitement and the feeling of satisfaction when you walk off stage and you just say, I nailed it.
Mm-hmm. And they say that you find God in the trenches. Well, I can tell you, you find him standing in the wings waiting to go on in your first performance. It's a moment in time when the panic fear and the adrenaline are competing, and it's the highest rush there is. When you've nailed something, you've actually felt like you've done something really worthy. you'll carry that home in the car with you. And it's a very tangible exhalation of sort of a unique joy. And I recommend it to anybody who wants to do it, and anybody who's afraid to do it need only come. As I said, we had 17 people show up for auditions. There's 17 people in this cast. We have actors that have never been on stage before, and you will never know it when you see them.
Well, and not only we've spoken about acting, but there's a variety of different things you can get involved in, whether it's coming to see the shows, whether it's coming to help out, you know, do stage work, lights, music. I mean, there's a variety of things for every personality type and talent.
Absolutely. And if you don't really want to do anything other than just be there to see a show, we have a volunteers list that is pretty healthy, and a lot of folks just come to take tickets or to usher or to work in the concession booth. It's not always about the actual technical side of either technical or performance theater.
Well, this has been fantastic to chat. Just to reiterate, Almost Maine, starting in November. If you want to learn more information, go to the website, churchilltheater.org. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, indeed.
And good luck. Break a leg.
Thanks a lot.
I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of 2 Minutes of Tourism. If you have any questions about any events throughout Queen Anne's County, you can always check the website, which is discoverqueenannes.com. I'm Heather Taylor, and thanks for watching.